Welcome back to my channel. I didn't know how to make this video, so I sat here for probably 20 minutes trying to figure out lighting and how I was going to situation everything. But I decided that here's how I'll start it. I was in 4th grade, standing on the stage in front of probably 300 or 400 people. My teacher had pushed me out onto the stage, and I didn't know what to do. Uh, I knew that we had practiced song after song. I was singing Eye of the Tiger. And to me, it was my moment in the sun. And I've never really got a chance to speak my mind or do whatever. And to be a part of society. So this is my chance. My chance to speak up. If not me, then who? Who will do it? So if you like my video, and you like what I'm saying, hit the subscribe button and a thumbs up. Maybe give me a comment. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Either way, thank you for watching my channel. So here we have one side of George Washington, which represents America. George Washington was one of our founding fathers. Do you really think that he would want what's going on right now? Here you have one side that is plain to see, and we'll call that the Democratic Party. They do bare bones. You see this? Totally white. Bare bones to what they can in Congress just to get by. I'm tired of this party not protecting us. I am a Democrat. Do I go by what Democrats do right now? No, I do not. Why? Because the Democratic Party has not shown me that they're going to actually do something for the American people. And on the other hand, you have the Republican side. And right now they're showing their true colors. This whole rhetoric and fighting and destruction, and look at what Trump is doing to our White House. You think that George Washington would approve? We're demolishing a national historic site that has been there for hundreds of years. I believe it was 1809, and you're going to say, oh yeah, there's been renovations and there's been this stuff done to that White House. Sure. But do you have to take the whole half of the building off? For what? An exquisite ballroom that we will never be in. Just face it. There's two sides of America. Two sides. You have the poor on the Democratic side, and then you have the rich. This is not Democrat versus Republican. This is me versus the billionaire. And I'm tired of the Democratic Party not being able to do anything for us, and the Republicans aren't helping. So either side, it's not working for you, and it's not working for me. We have to do something. So moving on, here we have a video that Brian Tyler Cohen put out today of him and Hakeem Jeffries talking about the whole gerrymandering thing of the Republicans, what they're trying to do to discriminate and to gerrymander their way to a win in the House and the Senate to get more seats for them. And what I heard was that Hakeem Jeffries was waiting to see what they're going to do. How did he put it? Was trying to get the governors to do something. You know, I'm so tired of the Democratic Party telling us they're trying, they're trying, they're trying. You're trying. Okay, show us you're trying. Other than just coming on, doing your talking points and getting in front of the microphones, but you're not really telling us what are you doing. Tell me what you're doing. Not we're waiting on this governor to say something, or we're waiting on this attorney general to fix this, and you know what? Patience is run out with me. My patience is thin, very thin. The Democratic Party has not done anything. What have they done for us? Our health care is being ripped out from under us. Let me show you something. So here we have, and anyone can look this up, you have Nancy Pelosi's wealth. This is how much she is worth, her net worth. $247.5 million. What does she do to fight against the Supreme Court being packed? What did she do? What did she do to fight for Citizens United to be overturned? To where billionaires couldn't buy our elections. What did she do? Okay, what did she do about Roe versus Wade being overturned? What did she do? It was overturned. Those three reasons right there are one reason it's really backed me away from the Democratic Party. I will vote Democrat just because I always have, but you know, the lesser of two evils. And yeah, I said it, the lesser of two evils. And this is why. This is why. This right here. 245. Did her husband deserve being hit in the head with a hammer? No. No. That's Republicans' rhetoric that caused that. Now you have Hakeem Jeffries. Now get this. Hakeem Jeffries' estimated net worth for 2018 was $841,012. That was in 2018. Now he is worth $2 million to $9 million in 2025. That's this year. Okay? So now we move on to SNAP benefits are being cut. That means 14 to 16 million Americans won't have SNAP. They're not allowed to feed their kids, so Republicans are starving our kids. So which one's good? Which side is good? And you have actively Republicans cutting WIC programs. Those are babies. Those are babies you're starving. I thought you were supposed to be for the babies. Pro-life. That's not pro-life. So then you have Republicans with the farm makers, the farm workers, the farm immigrants. They are gone now. So these farms are having to rehire. They're trying to get farm subsidies from the government, which is not open right now. So they can't do that. Trump cut, and he gives $40 billion to Argentina. And these farm workers are trying to sell their beef, their cattle. Nobody buys. But instead, we bail out some other country. How is that right? How is that right? So you see, SNAP. This is the Ohio Capital Journal, one of the biggest newspapers in Columbus, in the state of Ohio. The commentary: SNAP cuts would bring more hunger to already hungry Ohioans. You have to realize how many food banks are in Ohio, and how many lines do you have to stand in. And it's getting worse. You're going to be standing in a lot more lines. Because remember, SNAP's gone. November 1st, it's gone. WIC, November 1st. I can show you. WIC, November 2025. Early, running out, November 2025. SNAP, November 2025. November 1st. See this? If they don't pass a bill, Republicans in Congress don't pass a bill, food stamps is gone. Unless Republicans who seize control, or who control the House and reopen the government and pass a budget by November 1st that includes money for supplemental, that's SNAP. More than 1.4 million Ohioans who rely on food stamps could lose the critical lifeline overnight. 1.4 million, and that's in Ohio alone. So here we go. You see this picture right here? I watched this video 2 days ago. It's by Casey the Card Guy. AI Hellscape by Helicopter. And you will feel the rage. I want you to go watch that video. I don't know if this is a Republican or if it's a Democrat or whatever, but he speaks his mind. He took a flyover of Ohio up toward Toledo, where they are building this AI factory. You see it right here in the middle of the picture. And it has one highway going one way and another highway going the other way. So it is right in the cross of Ohio. All of these people now are selling these farms because they can't afford to live. They can't afford to keep the farm going. Because remember I told you about the farm workers leaving? They got no workers. Nobody's going to do that job. No American's going to do that job. And if they do, they're not going to do it a pennies on a dollar. So these farms are going under. Completely kaput. Sell the tractor. First, get a loan on the house. Second, they can't pay the loan. They sell the place. I live in farm country. I'm watching farms disappear. They're disappearing. So we're losing our agriculture. That means more people's going to be hungry. There's not going to be our products on the shelves. We can't even sell overseas what we have left over. Why? Because these other companies, other countries coming in and selling. So we don't get those sales. All the meanwhile, these people are running this factory, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's these little power grids on the side. He shows it in the video. These little power grids over here. They're zapping our electric, which means our power goes up. They're zapping our water. Ohio's a very good place to put a factory because of the water system. We have good groundwater here. We have a stable electric grid. But once these companies come in, and you know what he said? He said it took 1,000 people to build that place. Okay, 1,000 people. They're employed temporarily. Guess how many people get to work at that factory? 100 people. For all of that land. 100 people. How many workers did that put out of a job? You got enough farmland there to keep 3, 4, 5, 6 farms going. So it took away from our food supply, our workers. For what? 100 people to be employed by an AI company to keep the servers going, to raise your electric bills, to suck your water out, to contaminate your water. For what? AI that you could marry on the internet. You could have your little own marrying AI friend, or wife, or husband. Or you can sit and talk to them all day so you won't be lonely because you have this little AI guy or girl that is talking to you. But it's not a real person. Meanwhile, it's brainwashing you into doing things that you would normally not do. I've sat here for probably about a week watching AI videos, trying to figure out why in the world would people want this stuff. Why? Because you're bored, because you're lonely, because you don't go out, because you're too shy, or because the girl in town doesn't like you, or whatever may be the problem. Maybe you're just not compatible, you know? So you get an AI girlfriend. Guess what? Those AI girlfriends that you are getting are controlled by these sinners. They're telling you what to think. In some cases, they're telling you what to say, what to write. There's even lawsuits that have been written through AI. Teachers teaching off AI platforms. making our laws from AI. We're in what? For what? To compete with China? Oh, because China's going to be way bigger than us. Well, we have to keep up with them. And that's a sarcastic tone for me. Because somehow, I mean, sure, you can tell me all day long that China's going to be better than us and whatever. China already beats America as far as technology, and they have always. We cannot keep up with China. Why would you want to when it's destroying your Earth? Every data center, all the humming noises, and all the electric grid, the water being contaminated. And if they run out of solar panels, those solar panels have chips in them. Chips that take our rare minerals, our rare earth away. Been using for solar panels. And if they use batteries, then the lithium is still being dug and used from our earth. There's so many things wrong with this. I don't really think you can watch on YouTube all you want. All these videos. It made me snap today. It really did. Because if we don't do something now, these places, these corporations are going to be richer than you are, always, and they continue to take from you and push you out. 100 workers, think about that. This big giant place, this big giant data center, only 100 workers, and they're being built all over Ohio. Why? So we could make Silicon Valley come to Ohio? You're full of crap. No. We need to see somebody stand up to the billionaires. Stop taking away from us. Stop pulling our resources so you can fill your pockets. It needs to stop. Stop. Healthcare in America should be paid for. Why should a man, okay, we'll say a man is working at this factory. He's going to work every single day. He's paying in to insurance. Why should he have to pay outrageous amounts for a hospital bill if he gets sick, or his wife gets sick, or their baby does? God forbid. They get sick. They go to the hospital, and they're owing $20,000 or $30,000 on a hospital bill. But he's working. He's working for the man. Not the government. The man. The billionaire. And who's the government working for? It's the billionaire. They give to campaigns. They lobby. They lobby the politicians. Oh, if you pass this, then I'll put $100 million towards your campaign in 2026. Do you not get it? We are being taken. And if we don't stand up now, I'm not talking about going for a coup. Get this man out of the White House, but do it the right way. 25th Amendment, that man's nuts. That's the first step. The Republican Party needs to own up to mega billionaires from Silicon Valley coming into your lives and taking over. That's who's buying the elections. We need to get that dirty money out of politics. Trump talked about draining the swamp. He is the swamp. And anybody that funds it is the swamp. And I'm not talking about just the billionaire donors like Elon Musk or Peter Thiel or George Soros or the Waltons from Walmart or Zuckerberg or whoever. Bill Gates, you name it. We need to get the money out of politics. Overturn Senate Citizens United. Overturn it. Because you're letting all these billionaires fund elections. And the little man like me, I wouldn't have a chance in hell running for office. Why? Because I don't have the money. There's no way. I don't have the money to run against the oligarchs. And they're keeping it that way. To where I can sit here on my computer all day long, but if I try to run for Congress, ain't no way in hell they're gonna be behind me. Few people might. You know, Bernie has said this all along, and I'm gonna say it just like Bernie says it. The millionaire, billionaire, oligarch, they own you. They own America. They own the world. So what do you do to fight back? Tell me what you do to fight back. You get the dirty money out of politics. That's what you do. There can't be millions of dollars coming into each campaign, and I only showed you a few, and that was the Democratic Party. I am a Democrat, and I'm going to call my own out. I'm not going to call the Republicans out. Why? What's the use? We know that they're already bought by Musk, by Gates, by Peter Thiel. The Silicon Valley bullshit is invading us, the American people. What are we trying to do? Just survive. You have grocery prices up. Gas is down now because Trump decided it was time to lower gas prices. So, because he was losing, he knows he's going to lose the 2026 midterms. So, okay, yeah, we'll give him this part. We'll give them this little bit. You see what they're doing? They're just giving you a small amount to keep you shut up. But what about groceries? What about the prices of meat? Have you bought a can of coffee lately? Instead of $8, it's now $20. That's my local Walmart. $20. And the tariffs, they're killing us. They want to kill the poor. They don't want you to survive. You know what I say? Eat the rich.